We have some big news to get to on today's Lakers report surrounding Russell Westbrook. But before we take a deep dive into what's surrounding Brody, I want to ask you guys this question. Do you want Westbrook traded? If you do, I want you to like this video. And if you don't want Westbrook traded and you think you can get back to being that elite player on the Lakers, comment why you want to keep him. So if you want to trade him, like the video. And if you want to keep him, tell me why in the comments you do. Welcome into the Los Angeles Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We have some breaking news as Russell Westbrook has put his house, his LA house, on the market in the city of Brentwood for $29 million. What does this mean? The house is on the market. Does he want out of LA? Here's a picture of the house. It is absolutely beautiful. That's why a house like this is going for $30 million. But what does this mean? Is Westbrook saying he's about to get traded? Is he saying he wants to get out of LA? Is he just looking for another home in LA? Who really knows? But we're going to talk about it on today's show as this is a new development in the latest Russell Westbrook trade rumors. Let's go to the Wall Street Journal as they broke the news this morning surrounding Westbrook. They went on to say the Los Angeles Lakers guard bought the Brentwood property for $19.75 million in 2018. Property records show set on about a half an acre. The roughly 13,500 square foot house was built in 2018, according to a listing on Zillow. There are 6 bedrooms, a bar, wine room, gym, and movie theater. Listing agent Bjorn Ferrugia, sorry if I mispronounced that, of Hilton and Highland, and Donnell Beverly Jr. of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties, couldn't be reached for comment, and spokespeople for Mr. Westbrook declined to comment. So what does this all mean? Is a trade coming? Because look, we all know, everyone that's been following the Lakers throughout the NBA offseason knows that the Lakers have been making calls and taking calls on a potential Russell Westbrook trade. Do I think a trade happens? I don't know. We know that anything in the NBA can transpire in less than 12 hours. Go back to the Donovan Mitchell deal, for instance. The Cleveland Cavaliers withdrew their offer on that Friday prior to the trade happening on Wednesday. They called back on Tuesday and said, let's get this deal done. And in less than 24 hours, a deal happened. And that's how quick a trade for Russell Westbrook could happen. There might not be a deal on the table right now that Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss think is worth it for the Lakers, but it could appear very, very quickly. This is a very fast league. Stuff happens very quickly. So it may look like Russell Westbrook might not get traded right now, but tomorrow and next week, the rumors could heat up and things could very quickly change. Westbrook, as we all know, is an LA kid, homegrown, went to high school in Lawndale, a suburb of LA. So for him to put his house on the market, a guy that grew up here, wanted to play for the Lakers, LA through and through, I think that's really noteworthy. Also, he went to UCLA with his buddy Kevin Love. So not only did he go to high school in LA, he went to college in LA. He bought the house in 2018, so he's been living there for a little while before he became a member of the Purple and Gold in the Los Angeles Lakers. But now, he's entering year 2 with the Lakers, or might be entering year 2 with the Los Angeles Lakers. And what do you know? Brody puts his massive mansion in LA up on the market for $30 million. Sounds like he's trying to move, and maybe he's trying to move teams in the association. I'll ask you this question, though, because a lot of people, after yesterday's video, my first one on the channel, shout out to you guys for showing a lot of love, I went down and I read the comments, and a lot of people were like, a Westbrook trade's not going to happen. I want to keep Westbrook. I want to trade Westbrook. Some of you guys wanted to keep him. Some of you wanted to trade him. Some of you thought a trade wouldn't happen. So I want to ask you guys this question right here. Will Russell Westbrook be a Laker to start this season? When game 1 comes, opening night, will Westbrook be wearing the purple and gold? Let me know what you think. Type Y for yes, or you can go down in the comment section and type N for no. I want to give a shout out to today's proud sponsor and Chat Sports Sportsbook. Go to BetUS, chatsports.com/Lakers. The promo code is Lakers125. When you go to chatsports.com/Lakers and you use the promo code chat125, they're going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. What does that mean? You put $100 into your account and BetUS is going to give you a free $125. Free is fun and BetUS is hooking you up. Get started today. Chatsports.com/Lakers. Promo code Lakers125. Bet on the MVP. Bet on the over on the Lakers win total. Just make some money over at BetUS. We've been talking about Russell Westbrook the past 2 days, and I know previous hosts like Chase Sr. and Harrison Graham talked a lot about Westbrook. But let's focus a little bit on the player that he's been the last 4 seasons. And it's an inefficient player. We all like to watch Westbrook, right? He's a walking highlight machine. The thunderous dunks, the posters, he can do all of that. But in the last 4 seasons, when you shoot 29.8% from 3, 31.5% from 3, 25.8% from 3, 29% from 3, and your field goal percentage sits where it's at, where you've only had 1 season of higher than 44%. You're not a good free throw shooter. You're a turnover machine. I know I don't want to blame all of the lack of success the Lakers had last season on Russell Westbrook, but he didn't contribute really to them winning. So he's not the sole reason the Lakers were bad last year. I want to get that out of the way. Anthony Davis didn't play good. He didn't shoot good from the field or from downtown. He was injured a lot. LeBron James, the injuries. He still played like an MVP in year 20, 21, whatever it was. LeBron is still him. And the time is now to build around LeBron James. And I truly believe if you were able to move Russell Westbrook off of this team and get a shooter like Bojan Bogdanovic or another scorer like Jordan Clarkson or a solid point guard like Michael Conley, it could take this team to the next level. Maybe this will be the starting lineup come game 1. I don't know. Russell Westbrook, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Bryant, the free agent acquisition in the bench. You got Beverly, Kendrick Nunn. There's not a lot of guys on this bench that can really give you a lot of juice, I would say. And if you're able to turn Russell Westbrook and 2 future first-round picks into Conley, Clarkson, and Bogdanovic, and you pair those 3, I know they're not the best players in the world. Some people said I was too high on them yesterday. They're good players. Bojan's a guy that averages 18, shoots 40% from 3. That is exactly what this LA Lakers team needs. They need someone that can just move around the perimeter, off-ball movement, catch and shoot, and just drain threes off the LeBron James half-court created assists. That would help. Jordan Clarkson, he'd add some spunk and some spice to this bench where he can just go get a bucket. And Michael Conley, he's a pro's pro. He's absolutely going to make this team. But we showed you the starting lineup, or the projected starting lineup, just a second ago. We had Russell Westbrook in and Patrick Beverly out. I don't know if that's what's going to happen. Maybe they both start. It is going to be a crazy season for the Lake Show. But I want to ask you, who should start at the point guard spot game 1 for the LA Lakers? Type RW for Russell Westbrook or PB for Patrick Beverly. I want to give a shout out to all of the real ones. We did it at the end of yesterday's video, and the real ones were loaded in the comments section. So if you made it to the end of today's video, I want you to comment real one in the comments right now. And if you're new to the channel, you didn't watch yesterday's video, my name's Marshall Green. I'm going to be doing more Lakers content on the channel. Look, we weren't able to get a lot of content the past couple of weeks, but we're going to change that. Me, producer Jeffrey Cooperstein, we're going to try to get you guys videos every single day. So if you're looking for a one-stop shop on YouTube that does nothing but cover the LA Lakers, go down right now and hit that big red button.